All right, this is my coffee this morning, and I mixed my collagen peptides in here. This is my full body workout day, and so the last 2 days were rest days. And I don't normally drink stuff like this, but I grabbed this from the airport like a week ago because our flight was super delayed, and I thought I was going to need caffeine. And I didn't end up drinking it, and now we're stuck at home because we're potty training the baby, and so I can't go out to get coffee. So I've just mixed it in here. If you've ever used the powder before, just keep in mind you want to mix it up really good right away. Otherwise you get some chunks in there. So I mixed it separately and then poured it over the ice, but I still ended up with a couple chunks in there. So, and then I don't know, I guess you can mix it into warm drinks, but it just seems like it would not do anything if you did that, but whatever, I don't know. So a little bit flatter, still wide on the sides here. And I also did get a little bit of a tan, so it almost fakes some definition there. It's fake. We got a little bit of something going on with the biceps. Ooh, that one looks good. Not bad. So my weight is not going down at all. Also, I noticed that it does go up when I'm holding the phone. This is my breakfast. 1 egg, half an avocado, and half an English muffin with a little bit of sriracha. My caffeine choice for today is the Zola coconut water espresso. Now these are hit or miss because sometimes they're a little bitter. There was a really great brand that Whole Foods had that came in a yellow, container, and we don't have a Whole Foods around here, and I haven't been in one in like 10 years, so I don't know if they still have it, but 60 calories per serving, but there's 2 for the whole thing. So if you want the 2 shots of espresso, you're gonna end up with 120 calories. Not bad. That's more or less the same as my regular latte that I get. Look how big the slugs are here. That's my foot. Look at that guy. So I'm pretty baffled about the scale. I don't know what's going on. The first few weeks, I wasn't really counting calories, and then just seeing no movement whatsoever, I thought, okay, we're gonna have to actually start doing that to go down in pounds a little bit. And so I've been really diligent, and even I'm not doing like 1,200 calories. I'm doing 15, and then some days I can do 16. But there still should have been at least a half a pound, like something. It's just not moving. It seems to just kind of go between 129 and 131, back and forth. So I'm going to use the scale at work and see if I get a different number, just to make sure it's not my scale, but I don't think it's my scale. I have never done weight loss in tandem with strength building, so I don't know how much the new muscle is weighing, and if that's just kind of holding it at that weight. I don't know. But yeah, this isn't a case of like, eating better, but not actually paying attention or not doing the math. So I'm being really careful. I'm hungry between meals. I know I'm doing it right. So it's just bizarre. I also have a sneaking suspicion that once I go get my hips adjusted, the weight's going to start falling off. I think something's going on structurally. And I think that's going to be kind of like the turning point. So I do love that glute activating workout that I've been doing. I actually look forward to doing it. And I definitely can feel, I can feel my glutes firing and all those, places they're supposed to. But I'm still having an issue with squats. So I might get some like knee compression slip-ons, or it might be that I need to just move on to legs and start working on legs for a little bit. That part is going to be trickier for me because I don't have access to a gym. So I've got to figure out some leg work that I can do at home with the equipment that I have or the things that I have. And while I generally am feeling really good, this morning, I'm just reporting this for my own journal's sake. I feel full. So I ate my breakfast and I don't know, I just feel really full. Like, this is why I think that getting my hips adjusted is actually going to cause some weight loss, because I think, not to be gross, but I think I'm holding on to some previous bowel movements. So I think I'm getting kind of some buildup in there. And I have been aware of that, and I have been increasing my fiber. I just don't know. I don't know. I feel funny today. I just feel a little bit full, a little bit bloated for some reason. I just had the breakfast that I showed you, and haven't even got halfway through my coconut water, and I just feel so full. But I've been walking, I've been upright. I'm not really sure why. So while, my focus is more on building muscle and looking the way that I want to look, weight is a little bit of a concern still, because I have some issues with my knees. And so I can handle muscle weight if my legs are strong. So that some of that muscle weight has to be included in my legs, so that they'll be supporting, that whole system. But I don't want to even be carrying around an extra 6 pounds.
Hey, it's me from the future. I just wanted to include at the end of this video that I watched a podcast about weight loss, and one of the main things they said will stall your weight loss progress is if you have sleep issues. And I work the graveyard shift, and I've been doing that for a while now. So there's nothing I can do to change that other than just work on trying to get some more sleep. And then I'm going to start taking some magnesium just to help me when I do have an opportunity to sleep, to actually fall asleep and have a good sleep. Because we all get kind of like anxiety before bed, or we start thinking about things and our brain doesn't turn off. Melatonin does not work for me. It gives me really weird dreams. I've tried it once and I will never do it again. So I'm going to see if the magnesium helps. I haven't gotten any supplements yet, but I did pick up some magnesium-rich foods like bananas and avocados. And so hopefully that's going to help a little bit. But I will have a little progress in the next video, you will see. Oh, and as far as my savings goes, I am not even close to where I'm supposed to be. I have about $45 that I've saved from the last pay period. Granted, I worked only half hours because I had a pre-planned trip that I couldn't use my PTO for. So that's one of the reasons. Also, I'm going to admit there was some buying of unnecessary things that contributed. But also I did make a chiropractor appointment, but because it's my first appointment, it's a little pricey for all the intake. So it's going to be over $200. Then I also have to get textbooks for my son. So like I said, summer there's just always these expenses that come up in the summer. So I'm not kicking myself totally, but if I'm not making enough to reach my goal, then I probably need to pick up shifts, but we'll see. Because of the sleep issue, that could be a problem. So I got to navigate that. Anyway, thanks for watching, keeping me accountable. I appreciate your views, and I will see you in the next video.